Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing this evening? Welcome back to Kiki Loves Nigeria. Tonight, we are going to do something special. We're going to do an update show. Now, an update show, that's something we don't normally do. Well, yes, we do. We do them sometimes. But I normally do them when people request. Okay. So this was another requested show. And this show was requested by actually two people requested this show. I received an email about Miss Inez Finley. And then last week in the comment section, we had a comment about someone who wanted to know how she was doing also. So that's how we got this topic tonight. So let me introduce myself real quick. So, hey, my name is Kiki Loves Nigeria. I am the host of this channel, of this show. And on this channel, we try to keep this channel highly interactive. We let the community decide what's important, what we talk about, and what are the topics that we talk about are decided mainly by the community. The topics we normally choose impact you visiting or relocating to Africa. Okay, so we don't just pick like random topics. Sometimes, but most of the time, no. Most of the time, the topics have something to do with you visiting or you relocating to West Africa. Now, Miss Inez, her story is very important because a lot of women are relocating, single women are relocating to West Africa. And she is a single woman who relocated, repatriated, no, she's an expat who moved to Ghana. Okay. And where did we get the information from? This information came from primary sources, which were her videos. I got them from her videos and emails and comments. And again, we're talking about Miss Inez Finley. Hold on, y'all. I feel like my face is shining. I got to get all that together here. Can't have my face shining. So, uh, Miss Inez Finley, and we're going to talk about her expat adventure. And it's called The Surprising Truth About Her Life in Ghana. And it's really surprising what she's been going through. It's extremely, extremely surprising. So I'm going to do my fair use and then I'm going to come back and get y'all comments. So this is fair use. The content on Kiki Loves Nigeria may contain copyrighted content, not authorized for use by the owner. However, no copyright infringement is intended. Copyrighted material used on this channel falls under fair use, section 107 of the Copyright Act, and I believe it's of 1976, which states copyrighted material can be used for education, research, teaching, and commentary purposes, which is the explicit goal of this channel. All right. The views, I'm sorry, my nose is running for some reason. And it didn't start running until we got on here, which is odd. Okay, let me get this together. Okay. The views, okay, which is the explicit goal of this channel. The views expressed on this channel. So let's talk about that. The views expressed on this channel, the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on Kiki Loves Nigeria belong solely to the author and not necessarily to the community, the host, or the channel. All right, so we got all that out the way. Let's go over here. Did I share that? Yeah. I don't think I shared it. There it is, but I read it, so you guys know what it's about. All right, so let's go get your comments. I'm trying to stay on top of the comments before we get started. Brown Eyes says, hello, hello, Brown Eyes, how are you? She says, where is everyone? And hey, Nima, how you doing? What's up with you, Nima? The Greek Miss Greek says hi to everybody. Miss Greek says, so hello, Miss Greek, how are you? Heavy Pedal Time says, shine on, Kiki, and I'm trying to. And Maya says she sends her love, and we send our love right back. Let me see. DJ says, Good afternoon, Kiki and everyone in the chat. Cayenne Work says, greetings to everybody. And Nima says, just called you, but didn't know you were on doing a live. I know, I couldn't get it. But I'm going to call you when I get off. You probably be asleep. But I'll call anyway, okay? Or tomorrow. If I don't get you tonight, I'll call you tomorrow. Okay, so let me get back to our script. So why are we talking about this tonight? Well, like I said, I received the email and there was a comment last week about Inez Finley. And some of y'all probably don't know Inez Finley. If you're new to this channel, you probably don't even remember the video that I did about Inez Finley because I've done so many videos in between there. But there was a video I did about Inez Finley. Let me show y'all the video. It was a video about Miss Inez, okay? And in this video, we talked about issues that she was going through in Ghana. She's in Ghana, and she was having issues in Ghana. Hold on, this is what's going on now. So she was having some issues, okay, while she was in Ghana. And several people had told me about her. So I went to her channel and I started looking around. So here's the video I did about her. It was about 4 months ago, and we did a video about her where we talked about her situation. And here's the video right here. It's called I Sold Everything and Moved to Ghana. Because that's exactly what she did. She sold everything and she went to Ghana, you know, and that's what we found remarkable was that, you know, we couldn't understand why you would sell everything and just go to Ghana like that without, you know, well, no, she had been there. I take that back. She had been there several times. This lady was a little different. She had traveled there. I think she said 8 times. She had friends there. She had different people who were there. So her situation was a little different. That's why it was hard for us to understand why she was going through the things she was going through. So that's what brought us to Miss Inez. She was having a terrible time in Ghana. So I had received the email about her situation, and then we looked into her situation, and we actually talked about her situation, okay? Now, why are you talking about this lady? Why is this lady is a good topic to talk about? Why dedicate a whole nother show to this lady? Well, Miss Inez is a good representation of diaspora women who are moving to Africa. They're single like her, they're middle-aged like her, and they're running into the same type of issues. If you study them, you will see most of them have the same type of issues. They're running into men thinking that they're loose women because they're there by themselves. They're running into rental housing issues. They're running into issues of being overcharged. They're running into all types of safety issues, all types of issues, simply because they are single women and they are moving to Africa. So Miss Inez is a good representation of what is going on and what you may encounter or experience if you decide to relocate to West Africa as a single woman. But after looking at her situation, it was clear that most of these problems were clashes of the cultures. The cultures were coming together and they were clashing, okay? Because Miss Inez, she's an independent woman from the United States, and that's how she carries herself in Ghana, and that can cause you a lot of trouble in Africa. You have to adjust your behavior, you have to adjust the way you think, you have to adjust everything about yourself. Now, let's see. Let me see. Am I going to stop there? Yeah, we got to stop there and take your questions. Go down here. I am posting some videos, available spots. Okay, good. Okay, then I'll go look at those. 2 and 3 bedroom places for rent as rainy season is coming to an end now. Okay. So are these short-term rentals or long-term rentals? We liked Ghana. At least they have some good malls and supermarkets to get things. So Nima, the ultimate relaxation queen, she also lived in Ghana. She lived in Gambia and Ghana. Okay. So now she's back in Gambia, but she's lived in Ghana also. Maya says, Kiki, you did an excellent job highlighting her struggles in Ghana. Oh, thank you. But for some reason, she became upset with us after that show. She felt like we were laughing at her and she thought I was making some kind of money off of her. I'm not sure why she thinks I'm making all this money on YouTube because that's just like the biggest lie known to man. But yeah, I thought we did a good job about on her also. And I thought I was really nice and respectful to her, but she seemed to think we were laughing at her and making fun of her and woo, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Nima says rental housing issues is real. It's best to try to know someone that's cool on the ground. Yes, and that's what Miss Inez seems to be having lots of rental housing issues. So Nima has long-term rentals. Okay, Nima, we will be sure to check them out, ma'am. All right, now Miss Inez is an expat from America who lives in Ghana. This is for the people who don't know or don't remember her. She's an expat from America who lives in Ghana. She's been in Ghana for about a year now, and she's had many different struggles, many different struggles. So I'm going to show you two clips of the main struggles. It ain't even the main struggles, y'all, because remember the ladies who stole the money from her? She had loaned people money, and then they wouldn't give her the money back. So she had struggles with friends who borrowed money who didn't pay her back. She had to take them to court. And then she had struggles, rental struggles. And then she had struggles with just being respected and as a person, it seemed like, while she was in Ghana. So let me show you these two videos real quick of what who she is and what her struggle is all about, what issues she's had. Now this is how we found out about Miss Inez, okay?
Yes, hello, Stephen. We've met before.
Now, this is an old video. This was some months back, okay? But I'm going to take you up to what's happening today. But for you to understand what's happening today, you have to understand what happened in the past, okay? So this is how we started with Miss Inez. She was having major rental problems, and she videotaped it. And here's a videotape of what was going on.
Yes. For what? No, we'll talk here, please. I don't feel comfortable that you brought all of these people here, and you could have called me into the police station. So I don't feel comfortable.
No, this is not a police case.
I understand. That's why, but you want me to let you guys in, and I feel uncomfortable. You brought four. There's another one down. It doesn't matter. You're here though, so it's four people against one. So I don't feel comfortable. Good morning, sir. Yes, please. Is there something you have for me?
Yeah.
And then, so I should probably record this too because she has a camera out. So I should pull this. Yes, please. So four against one, but yes, please. Can you undo this, please?
Okay,
Can you open it, please?
It's sealed. Right?
Okay.
So it should be you to open it.
Okay.
So for people who don't know what's going on here, this was when Miss Inez was having some problems with the people in her house where she was living formerly. Okay. She since had to move, but this is what led up to the move. In this video, the people have come to her house. The landlord, he's not the landlord. I think he was like the person who managed the property. Him, his sister, the police, and some other person. They came to her house just, unannounced. She didn't know they were coming. And they put her in a really bad situation. And this is, she videotaped it and shared it with us. So that's what you see going on here.
It's not coming. Okay, so what is this exactly? Or if you want me to? Sorry, it's gonna tear. It's gonna tear. Ah. Okay, so let me just read it anyway. This is your attendance is necessary. Thursday, June 13th. So this is next Thursday. Yes? Yes? June 3rd, next. Okay. And so this is what you came to deliver to me. Is that correct?
So
Yes.
they're taking her to court because they basically want her to leave the property. She didn't really want to leave the property. You know, there wasn't a problem with the property. It was more of a problem with the guy who was running the property. So they came to deliver her this message that she had to go.
With 4 people. So make sure I record since she has
So-
all of
so-
these people here, plus the gentleman that was downstairs.
I'm sure you're aware that the landlord has a permission to actually.
I actually tried to renew my lease. So that was part of the issue, is that I was attempting to renew the lease. It wasn't like I was trying to stay here for free, you get. This wasn't a matter of me coming and saying, oh, for free. But the issues, as you see, they're very inappropriate in their behavior. And so I've just tried to just let it go. He said he would take it to the rent board. I said, okay. I said, okay. So I didn't want to argue about it. He said he would take it to the rent board.
He has the permit to actually.
And I explained to him that I didn't have a place. I wasn't aware of that. But
Well, he refused her rent. He did not want to rent to her anymore. And he was telling her, she's basically saying, I don't have a place. I haven't found a place yet. You know, can I stay there? And he's like saying no. So they've taken it to the rental board because they want her out of the property.
That's what the policy says. Right?
The who?
The rent policy.
Okay.
Can you pull up?
Okay. Well, I'm actually in the middle of something. As you guys saw, I wasn't even dressed. The last thing, or the least someone could do, at least for me, is at least make an appointment, because I'm a single woman. And like I said, I was undressed. I was actually getting ready to try and do a water bath. So at least try and make an appointment. I'm just saying, as a courtesy, try and make an appointment with the lady. I was not dressed. And then we can go from there,
I
please.
don't know. Probably I can tell him to hold on.
Yes, please.
No,
No, I mean, obviously, I went and got dressed, but that's what I'm saying with this whole situation, because
but he needs to do the inspection. That's why I brought the police for your safety and our safety as well.
And I don't.
So now the guy is saying he wants an inspection. Now remember, Miss Inez is at this house by herself. And you see all these people. So now they're saying, okay, he wants an inspection. He wants to inspect the house.
I feel safe, and I don't feel safe. You brought 4 people. It's 4 people against 1. But that's okay. I won't argue that. But I'm just letting you know I don't feel comfortable. So I'm letting you know.
That's fine.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is that we'll give you probably 10 minutes for you to probably get your
Okay.
place.
So here's the thing. When I went to rent board to have a conversation with a gentleman, I forgot his name, but he was explaining that I have at least 3 months to pack, because I explained to him I needed time. I thought he was going to just renew my lease like before. And so that's what I was hoping, was to just renew the lease and proceed. I wasn't trying to cause any of this riffraff, but I don't know what it is. It's just people here don't know how to leave me alone. No, we're not talking. I let you talk, please. Okay, I'm done. So I'll go inside. It won't be today, though. That's what I'm saying. It can't be today.
He has the right to actually do an inspection on his property.
Okay.
Understand?
Okay.
So she's telling him he can't see the house today. He can't do an inspection today. He can't do it today. This guy is saying, well, you know, it's his property and he has a right to come into the house. So I guess he can come in anytime he wants to and doesn't.
So let me tell you this. If it's him, it can only be him. It can't be her. So it's only one person. I don't care. So it can only be, then the officer comes. But like I said, it doesn't need to be all of these people. It's very disrespectful to me and invasive that we bring 4 people and I'm one. Ideally.
It was supposed to be you and him.
So you understand. So like all of this excitement is disrespectful, and I don't want to.
That's why
Safety. I'm okay. Like I said, you see, I'm not arguing with you. Honestly, I'm not. But if you think about it from my perspective, 1 woman here, 4 people against me, and then you have all of these extra eyes and entertainment and all of these things.
You will stay down and then the police, just for both of you.
We've already, excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. You.
So we'll be waiting down.
No, I will do it now. We've already, excuse me. Excuse me. You.
This is the guy who she's having problems with. Now I want you to notice how this guy just basically cornered her and just kept insisting that she talk to him.
We'll be waiting down.
No, I will do it now. We've already, excuse me. You see this kid?
She said, I am talking to you. She's saying, excuse me. He's saying, I am talking to you. Now, this is where she used to live. Inez is a single woman. There's no man there to protect her. There's no uncles. There's no brothers. She said she had a friend, but her and her friend, the guy, they're not friends anymore. It didn't sound like. So it just basically sounds like she's on her own in Ghana, which is not good, ladies. You should never, ever be on your own in West Africa like this.
Can you excuse him? No, he's too aggressive. This is the problem we're having. He's too
Yes,
aggressive.
he is too aggressive. He's very aggressive, but that's their culture. You know what I mean? They're aggressive like that. That's why normally she would not be dealing with this situation. It would be the man, the head of the household, dealing with this situation. She's not supposed to be dealing with this man like this. That's why he's just pushing her around like that, because he feels like you're a woman trying to be a man, so I'm just going to push you around.
No, he's way too aggressive. I already have the paper.
On Thursday, early in the morning, you have to see you over there.
I understand.
Right? No, I need to tell her. I need to let her know.
All right. So that was how we found out about the housing problems in Ghana. That was one of her main things, was this big housing issue. And then she was like, then they were like, okay, I'm being nosy. Y'all see somebody pulling up. I wonder what he's doing. The housing thing was a really big thing for her, okay? This housing issue. Oh, somebody getting pizza. It looked like a big old pizza too. Okay, let me pay attention. So the housing issue was a really big thing for her, okay? I watched that video. I thought I was very respectful also, because, you know, I made a point to be respectful. There was no reason to be disrespectful. So I was really surprised when she said that, you know, I was disrespectful and I made fun of her, and I was laughing at her and I was making money off of her. And I'm like, what? It was just ridiculous. I forgot what she said. It was just it was a blatant lie. What she said about me and that show was a blatant lie. London lady says, grand evening from London, the UK. Kiki and chat. Hope you all are well. Oh, this lady with the ring. Yes, honey. And she got more issues, y'all. Yeah. My grandmother used to say, you jump out of the frying pan into the fire. That's what she's done. Nima says, I'll be back. This sounds crazy though. I need to watch that previous episode. Okay, take your time. Hey, Smitty's Corner. How you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. He says, oh, respect to you too. Respect to you too. Thank you so much. T and K, how you doing today? It's good to see everybody. How y'all been? She's now having problems with yes and more. Her house was actually broken into this time. Yeah, and she's suing more people, especially without two big dogs. I wouldn't live alone in Africa or anywhere abroad without my dogs. No, because you need somebody to let you know what's going on. Flavors of the Continent says, Ghana is not a scary place. It's actually really safe, especially for women. Well, it doesn't appear to be for African American, for diaspora women. I'm not going to even say Black American women, for diaspora women. From what we've seen, West Africa, Africa in general, does not seem safe for us at all. Not for us. Misogyny remains an issue in West African culture. Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. This was a big culture clash, what she's going through. Everything is a lawsuit with her. And that's what I don't understand. Why everything is a lawsuit. That's not how you conduct business in Africa. It is definitely not. Hey, Mr. Johnson, how you doing? He said he's sending love from California. And Maya says hi. Maya says hi to Nima. All right, so that's what we're seeing now. She's having issues with the real estate people, okay? Then she was having a lot of issues just in general with the people there. Like she was saying that, like this incident, I mean, in the other video, y'all didn't see this video. Remember, y'all couldn't see it, y'all couldn't hear it. But she was having issues with the people there. Like this incident I'm about to show you. This guy, this taxi driver, he charges her for somebody else's ride. Excuse me. I have no idea why he did that. It didn't even make sense why he did that. But the whole interaction, that was not good. That was just not good. So I wanted to show y'all this because it just seems like it's more of the same. Like this new place, she's still going through the same thing. So let me show you this. But it's gotten worse because, like I said, now somebody's robbed her.
I didn't pay for the other passenger.
I don't know. I know you are with him.
Just because you see me with somebody doesn't mean I am with them. You have to collect the.
So he says, I know you are with him. She said in another video she was not with him. But this guy says, I know you are with him. So then she said, just because she's with somebody doesn't mean she's paying for it. Let me go back to that because that's something different.
With somebody doesn't mean I am with them. You have to collect.
He said, just because I'm with somebody doesn't mean that I'm with them. That didn't make sense to me. So let's go back to the beginning.
Explain to you is that I didn't pay for the other passenger.
I don't know. I know you are with him.
Just because you see me with somebody doesn't mean I am with them. You have to collect the fare from the person.
So that doesn't make sense. She says, just because you see me with somebody doesn't mean that I'm with them. So that's confusing to me. Was she with the guy or was she not with the guy?
Madam, please, I'm working. So,
Sir, you owe me 6 CDs at least.
From
So I gave you 20 CDs. I gave you 20 CDs.
It's 5.
I gave you 20 CDs. From there to here is 5
So
CDs.
they're arguing over 6 CDs.
But it's just me from there. It's 5. I gave you 20 and you gave me 10 CDs back.
It's 5 CDs now.
It's 5. So you gave me 10 CDs. You gave me 10 CDs back. You owe me another 5 CDs.
Madam, please, let me go. Yeah, they'll come and catch me. Yeah,
But I'm saying you owe me another 5 CDs.
I'm not owing you.
You do. You owe me 5 CDs. I've given you the money.
Wow.
What I'm saying is I gave
You
you.
are working with him.
By the way, 5 CDs is 31 cents. So all of this wahala, which means problems in Nigeria, in Pidgin, wahala means problem. So all of this wahala over 31 cents, that was a sign to me that she was going through a lot of problems.
Just because you see me walking with somebody doesn't mean that I'm paying someone's fare.
Madam,
I didn't pay his fare.
But you are too.
Sir, it has its right, but it is your job to collect the fare from the passenger. Doesn't matter if I stop him or you stop you. You're a man. He's a man. You should have collected the fare from
I know
him.
you are with him. Please.
It doesn't matter if you saw
Madam,
me talking to somebody.
Madam, 5 CDs.
This is 10 CDs. I gave you 20 CDs.
Yes, but you are too. It's 20
It's not two.
That's not even a dollar. Yeah. 5 CD is 31 cents. That's a little over a dollar.
I'm by myself. You're dropping me by myself.
So now
Yeah?
if I give you 1, I'm going to find you.
The point is, sir, you collect your fare from each passenger. Yes? You collect the fare from each passenger. You're stealing from
I'm
me.
sorry. Next time
No, it's not sorry. You're stealing.
But so what do you want me to do?
You know what? I will report you. I'm going to report
She's going to report him and probably sue him too.
you for stealing my money.
All right, so that is how we met Miss Inez. All right, those are the situations that she was going through when we met her, when she was brought to our attention. So we did a video about her. I even contacted her. She was on the channel. She thought everybody on here was rude. She thought we were disrespectful. She thought we laughed at her. She thinks I'm making all this money on YouTube when I show her videos. And she wanted to know why people weren't giving her money. People were coming over here giving me money, but they weren't giving her money. And she was upset about that. So she felt like Kiki Loves Nigeria is a grifter. So let me show y'all the video she made after I took my time to go to this woman and try to tell her story. She makes this video about us, which I thought was really interesting because
So I've been thinking a lot.
it just let me know that this lady has lots of issues. She doesn't even know what a grifter is, because there's no way Kiki Loves Nigeria could even come close to being considered a grifter.
How am I the grifter?
And again, none of us even called her a grifter. She lied and said we were calling her grifters, and we weren't. We weren't calling her a grifter.
When my image and my story is being used for entertainment and
And who was losing it for entertainment? No one. See, this is what makes me question things that she says. Because she said and she just completely lied on me and made a complete lying, several videos lying on me. So that's why I'm like, the story that she's telling us, I kind of take that with a grain of salt because my experience with her tells me this lady doesn't tell the truth. And she even said that she had a problem lying. And from what I know from liars, is that once a liar, always a liar.
And people are
She
watching.
said she lied so much she didn't even know which one was the truth, and she forgot her lie. Or either, excuse me, I could be wrong there, or either she forgot the lies. So when I heard that video about her being a liar, that's when I said I believe I take all of these stories with a grain of salt.
Watching you make essentially mockery of my story, and they're sending you money. How am I the grifter? And those same people that were on that page were also on my page making donations, but yet they didn't make any donations to me. And I am the grifter.
Well, it sounds like she is the grifter because she's mad because she didn't get donations. And that's what grifters want, donations. So in this video, ma'am, you actually do sound like a grifter because you're trying to be upset with me and upset with Kiki Loves Nigeria, with our channel and with our community, because you probably sound like you thought you were going to make some money and you didn't make the money and now you're mad. So this is where we left Inez. We were done talking about her at this point. When she started making these little comeback videos, talking about I was making money off of her and we were laughing at her, I just decided, hey, whatever happens, happens. I'm done talking about her. So that's where we left her until last week. Like I said, I got two contacts about her. One was the email and then a comment from the live. And that was the sign to me to go back, revisit, and talk about this woman because there must be something going on. And it indeed is something going on. Anima says, the Black women are a target. So having dogs and a big dude around is a good idea. LOL. But really, get them dogs, ladies. Yeah, but you need a dude too. That's not funny. That's real talk. Many diasporan women are living in Ghana and are doing fine. I know many. This can happen in every country, including the state. You're new, right? Because not one time did we say it couldn't happen there. The focus of my channel is West Africa. So we talk about West Africa, okay? Just because I target West Africa and I focus on West Africa doesn't mean that it doesn't happen anywhere. Of course, this happens everywhere. Of course it does. And of course there's some that it doesn't happen to. So you must be new. Because if you weren't new, you wouldn't make that statement. You would know because we say that so many times. Ghana has its level of corruption, but some people are good. But don't think they don't have a lot of BS around renting places or doing business in Ghana. It sounds like they have a tremendous amount of BS, and I don't ever want to go there. With them passport grannies in Ghana, girl, no, I'm cool on Ghana. It's bad enough in Gambia, but them grannies in Ghana, Kiki, where is Miss Inez originally from? I detect an asset. She's from California, Compton, California. That's where she's from. And she grew up in the foster care system. And that's why I was really trying to be nice to her, because she grew up in the foster care system and she had like a kind of like a rough way to go. So I'm trying to be nice, and respect her struggle and respect her life. And then you just make up a whole lie about me and say that I did something I didn't do. Girl, bye. People are going to Ghana with they're going to Ghana. They're going to Africa with their drama. Exactly. They're going to Africa with their drama and with their issues. And all they're doing in Africa is picking up where they left off, honey. That's all they're doing. Hey, African Ghanaians, how are you? I had a robbery Oh no. Oh no, y'all. Listen. I had a robbery on my farm yesterday. Sent my sons and my nephews to deal with the Nigerian police, even though they are there early in their early 20s, better result than me going. Exactly. Exactly. Because they're not going to respect you. They're not. And they're going to treat you a certain type of way. Don't African men deal with you. There's certain things that you should not do as a woman. And Miss Inez refuses to accept that and acknowledge that. There's certain things she should not be doing in Ghana, and that's why she keeps running into these issues. I'm sorry to hear about that. I'm sorry to hear about your farm. That's really sad. Who is that? Oh, heavy pedal time. I know you like she ain't fixed that door yet. No, because I'm moving, honey. I'm about to move, honey, so they can fix that door. Uh, how much is $5 worth? What you mean? How much is five worth in? Say that again, London lady. Okay. In Ghana, I only use Uber Comfort Level with my American Express card, so I didn't have a problem with taxis. Ain't no way. Okay, so she says she used Uber. Oh my God, arguing over less than yeah, it was less than 50 cents. That was crazy. But that was how things were going for her. Kiki, she is a fierce woman from Oakland. I'm from Oakland too, but I know the difference in the US and Africa. She doesn't know. You're so right. She doesn't realize the date. No, she does not. I offered her help to get back, but she is a mess. You see, when I know she a mess, honey, because when I try to help her, just by spreading her story, how she turned on me, honey, I know. I said to myself, this lady is a straight mess, and I could. I'm trying to get this hair off my face. I don't believe nothing she said. I don't believe nothing. Um, oh my God, this is too much over to exactly. Can you believe that's how you know she was going through something because that was too much. But it's not right if he was charging her 25 cents. That can't keep happening. If you give them see that's what she was saying, Nima. The same thing you said. That was her position. That this cannot keep happening. That you just keep doing this and you just keep doing this. And if you do this to me this first time, you'll keep doing that. That's exactly what she said, Nima. That was her position. That I have to stop them from doing this. That's exactly what she said. The ultimate exactly why get down there while locals you're not them. What? Say that again. Why get down there with the locals you're not them? Is that what you're trying to say? No, you're not the locals. Okay, Miss King says I watched one of Inez's video shorts. She suddenly went into a trance. What? Said something in an unusual language. She caught herself and then kept going on about her story. A video was 2 months ago. What's the video, Miss King? Tell me the video so we can pull it up. Y'all, what video is Miss King talking about so we could watch that? I want to see that. Yeah, I used my Uber account so I wouldn't go through this because this is no, that's what she said. That's exactly what she said. It was not cool for him to do that, even though it is 31 cents. You're absolutely right. That's what she said. I would never stay in a foreign country where I'm not wanted and constant. Honey, I'm not either. Constantly fighting with the locals with with constant court. No, I'm not either. Court actions. No, honey, this is a very dangerous situation she is in. Extremely. And now, y'all, she arguing with the people down the hall from her, the next door neighbor people. She's arguing with them. The little boy that broke in her house. Y'all, it's bad. Now y'all know she want to send the little boy to jail. Y'all know she want to take him to court and send the little boy to jail. She mad because they let the little boy come home for a little bit. So she mad about that. She don't understand Africa. But I'm gonna show y'all. She don't understand. And furthermore, she's not trying to understand it. She don't understand Africa, and she ain't trying to understand Africa. Yes, this is very stressful. She should leave, as this isn't. No, it isn't, Nima. It is not working out for her. But she said, I'm gonna tell you what she said. She, like in the other video, she sold everything and went to Africa forever. That's what was her plan. She was not planning on coming back. So she took everything, Nima. She said, if I come back here, I come back to what? Nothing. And you got to remember, she grew up in the foster care system. It's not like she doesn't have children, so she don't have children that she can come back and stay with, like Kenza, who's too old to be a babe. She's going to have to come back and stay with her sons after all her money runs out. Because it's going to run out. She's not putting more into it. And even if she's putting more into it, what she's spending is not going to be compared to what she's putting into. That woman is spending everything. And look how she just shriveling on up. She's shriveling on up like a prune. And that little young dude is just plumping on up like a plum. Look at him. It's like he's taking all the life from her. He's taking everything from her. And she can't even see it. She can't even see it for a 20-year-old. For a 20-year-old. That's sad. That's sad. Not only sad, that's embarrassing. She doesn't like that. She like it. Let me see. Should I say she doesn't like it there? I don't know whether Inez likes it there or doesn't like it there. Because if you don't like it there, I don't understand why you don't leave. So I'm confused. If she doesn't like it, then why don't you leave? But the way she talks, she doesn't talk like she likes it. She doesn't talk like she likes it at all. So I don't know whether she like it or not. I don't know. I'm confused at this point. You were so respectful. I thought I was too. That's why I couldn't believe she was lying on me like that. And I'm like, lady, what? Oh, you are a liar. And that's when I'm like, and when she said she was a liar, that's when I'm like, yeah, she is a liar. I remember this story. You did a great job. Thank you. I thought I did too. But now we're back to tell the rest. Perpetual victim syndrome. Yep. Hey, Edra. Exactly. Perpetual victim syndrome. Wait till y'all see what's going on now, though. I don't care how much stuff I had over there, y'all. I would sell that stuff and I would come back because you could always get a little job here doing anything. Get you some money, get you a little apartment or stay with a friend, stay whatever till you get on your feet and get your own stuff. Is anyone else having buffering or is it my Wi-Fi? I don't know. It ain't mine. No, they're not sending me any messages. Yeah, this is just not right. No buffering, Ultimate said. Okay, they're saying no problems, 10K. So favors from the continent says having a few bad experience should not push you to leave. But these are not just bad experiences. These are safety concerns. If you don't have a safe place to stay as a female, you shouldn't be there. If you don't feel safe at night as a female, you shouldn't be there. So we're not talking about like being overcharged a little bit at the market, once or twice. We're not talking about that. We are talking about safety issues. We are talking about this woman. Ooh, I left them glasses on too long. Now I can't see. We are talking about this lady. Oh, shoot. Let me fix this here. We're talking about this lady who's having safety issues. She's arguing with these Ghanaian men. And you know African men don't like you arguing with them. They don't like you talking back to them. They don't like you doing business with them. So the fact that she doing business with them, she talking back to them, she doing all kind of stuff. Oh, I done messed up the hair, y'all. Go this way. Okay, I'm sorry. She doing okay. That's how it's supposed to go. She doing everything she should not be doing. So these men do not respect that. That's making them angry, if anything. All right. So we're not talking about bad experiences. We're talking about culture clashes, clashing like that, where she's standing her ground and the culture of Ghana is standing their ground, and they just button heads. And all she keeps doing is taking them to court and suing them and telling them off. It's part of life. Not that. What we just showed you, what going through that with that landlord, that's not part of life. No, that ain't part of life. Police showing up at your house with the landlord, the rent people trying to get you out the house, that's not part of life. Somebody going up in your face like that, that's not part of life. That's somebody who doesn't respect you and doesn't like you. That's what we're talking about. Who's over your housing, who has a key to your house. That's what we're talking about. People need to grow up and overcome certain obstacles. But how do you overcome that? How do you overcome safety concerns? We're talking about safety concerns. You have to be new to this channel because we don't talk about petty stuff. We don't do that. We're talking about safety concerns. So having housing that you feel safe in is crucial. That is crucial to your survival in Africa. I hear you, but you got to know when it's time to get out. It's time to go. It is time to go. And you're there by yourself. What do you need to be there for? What business do you have there? She put it out there. I think she's really stressed. She is. And not seeing things clearly. She is too vulnerable, and she's too vulnerable to be out by herself. She is. And this little boy stole her money, right? So she's down some money because he stole cash and he had a key to the house. So imagine that. Who else got keys to the house? Who else has keys to the house? Now she's arguing with the mom. Thanks, chat. I switched to data. Wi-Fi was shaky after. Oh, I'm sorry. How you doing after the hurricane? She reminds me of Miss Ferrant. Somebody else said that. An African-American woman putting on the Superman cape, suing and fighting all the wrongs will get you harm. It sure will. You need to just sit down and be quiet. You need to just sit down and be quiet. If you don't like it, leave. Yep, if you don't like it, leave. Sometimes you have to be open to hear criticism, and she can't. No, she can't. She can't take criticism at all. No, she can't. That's probably what happened to her friend that she went there with. But I think she lied on him. I really do. Thank you, Miss Strickland. Hey, how you doing? How you been? Thank you so much. Thank you for what you do. Oh, thank you guys for watching me. And thank you for all your super chats. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Look, I was staring at that like, what is that? What is that? Oh, thank you. I do respect her for not getting herself. Yes, you're right. Now that I do respect that. She didn't get herself a small boy just for the sake of having a man in the house. She did not do that, and she is not a passport granny, so that's good. She didn't turn to being a passport granny. She wants minor. Yeah, she does. It just sounds funny the way you say it, but that's what she wants. She wants a minor locked up without bail. They're not going to do that here. But she wants this minor locked up without bail. Let me try and find the video short. She actually went and onto it. Okay, please find it so I can put it up here. Yeah, she wants him locked up without bail. Maybe she went to visit a different country. Maybe she can. Well, yeah, she should go to another country because that's not working for her. I find these women fighting with locals all the time. It's too much. And she is. So let me go here. We're going to look at a video. Then I'm going to go back to your comments. Now, we watched the rent problems, the taxi cab driver. Now we're going to go and look at these different issues that she's having now. So the first thing we're going to look at is this one says, I'm on moving. This is where we stopped with her. Okay. When we stopped after the video, this is what she was saying after that. Okay.
Good evening. How's everyone doing? I thought I'd come and do an update just because I haven't been in my place. But there, as usual, there's always so much going on with me here and in the world. And I was like, oh gosh, where should I start? I always try to figure out like, where do I start? Like seriously, because it's always a ton going on. So a few people were asking me, where am I at with the moving? And I just told you. So the other one is, where am I with my cases? So essentially, I have no idea. I wish I was clairvoyant. Honestly, I really do, but I'm not. So I would like to take time once I move into my place to figure out what my next steps are, whether I'll stay here, whether I'll go back to the US, etc. So I'll talk to you guys about that, or if I'm going to be bi-continental, or however you want to look at it.
So in this video after the show, it seemed like she was thinking about what we were talking about, about her going back.
One thing that has come up is August is fast approaching. And so I have 3 cases to be heard next month. And one of the guys that initially started all of this craziness with my car. So long story short, he was the one that was just doing general maintenance on the vehicle, meaning that when you have a car under 100,000 miles, literally the only thing you're really doing is oil changes. And so having been doing oil changes with him, magically mysterious.
So now she's suing someone else about her car. Remember, these are the lawsuits, okay? She has several lawsuits.
My engine failed. So my engine failed, and so I have taken him to court because he took apart the engine, and we have deduced what that was about already. So this guy has decided to not show up for multiple appearances, et cetera, et cetera. So I have motioned for summary judgment in that case and have attached exhibits to support my request, my reason for motioning for summary judgment. And for those who don't know, it's motioning for summary judgment is just essentially asking a judge to rule in your favor if the information you submit meets the requirement. So if you in this case, I want her to rule in my favor and make him pay the damages that I've requested, or it's not damages, but reliefs that I've requested. So the expenses, so to replace the engine that he damaged, etc. Pain and suffering, loss of use, all of that. So when I say I have so much going on, that's an understatement. And I feel like I'm cross-eyed, like, let me move the camera back, wait. So it's just been so much going on, but I've been trying to stay positive. Today was a better day. Let's just put it that way. One of my buddies saw me yesterday and she was like, okay, you're losing a lot of weight and it's showing in your face. And so I was like, oh, I have to work on that. So I've been trying to stay positive. I've been trying to think of other things that I could do, whether it's going back to the States and working a little bit, the whole bit, but to be honest, I do want to move from Ghana.
That's what she needs
all these different things.
She needs to come back, work a little bit, like Rooted in Royalty. That's what she does. She comes back, she works someplace, and then she goes back. I don't know why these people, they think that's a shame to have to do that, but that's a good plan. That way you don't run out of money.
In due time. So I just wanted to come give you guys a quick shout out, nothing long and drawn out. I haven't had too many questions, but the main one was like, when are you moving from this place to that place? So I did find a place last week. Actually, it was just last week. And as you guys know, I've mentioned before, the apartments. Oh goodness, when I do that. Sorry. The places have just gotten the dollar CD, the depreciation, if you will. The dollar right now is 15.5 to 15.6 CDs per dollar. So let's say $100 will give someone 1,560 CDs, which is insane because everything just keeps going up and up and up. And if you're familiar with the apartments,
So
apartments can be like 6, 7.
So it's just like here. Everything just keeps going up and up and up. So I don't understand why people keep telling you this lie that Africa is cheap and that it's cheaper for you to live there than here, because that's a lie. Africa is extremely expensive now. Extremely.
700 CDs, but as the dollar keeps rising, the cost of living, the food, the rice, the beans, the sugar, the salt, everything is super expensive, just like it would be in the US. Everything is. So I'm hoping that come election for all of these different things, that things will change and we'll see some good. I mean, honestly, I'm trying to stay optimistic. I'm not gonna even lie. Hey, it's not looking good. Hey, it's not. When I say it's not looking good. So, anywho, I'll give you guys a holler in a little bit. Like I said, next week I should be able to move in. That's a whole nother subject. So stay blessed. I'm all right. So
So that was directly after we had our we did our show. Okay, she made this video a couple weeks after to give everybody an update on the moving situation, okay, and what she was going through. So let me get these comments and then we're going to go up, because she was having a hard time finding a place because everything was so expensive. And remember, the guy just said, no, you have to go. He wouldn't rent to her anymore, probably because she talked too much. If it is another West African country, yeah, thank you, African goddess, because she's got to change herself. She's got to change the way she sees Africa, and she seems like she don't like, I don't know, African culture, like how the males are dominant in the culture. It seems to me that she has a problem with that. And if you have a problem with males being dominant in the culture, I don't know why in the world you would go to West Africa. I don't know. But you're absolutely right that no matter where Inez goes, she has to take Inez with her. And these problems are sure to follow because they followed her to the new place. And like I said, she's not only got out, now she's not in the frying pan anymore. Now she's into the fire. She's jumped right into the fire. Because see, that reputation she's got for suing people is following her. She might be a black Karen. She is a Karen. If you look at a super shorty, you can tell that he is sick of Kenzabet. Yes, honey, he is so sick of her. He wants that house to be finished so he can kick her to the curb. And honey, you see they working hard to finish that house. He barely even talk to this woman. Because what for? I got everything I want. What can she do? What is she going to do? Seriously, y'all, what is she going to do? He can treat her any kind of way he wants to. He can have as many young women as he wants to, which he does, and I'm sure he does. Remember the video with the baby? Remember the baby he was holding through the video? And she act like, oh, she noticed it, though. She noticed it. That's who all that house is for, that whole family. They're going to all live there. They're going to all live there. And like you said, Maya, he's going to kick her to the curb. He done already kicked her to the curb. She ain't got nowhere to go. What is she going to do? Come back here? Stay with her son? Tell her son, oh, I lost all my money. He didn't want me. I built this house, and now what can I do with it? Nothing. I don't even own the house. I don't even own the land. That's crazy. That's just crazy. I took everything I had and invested it in a 20-year-old. Edra said, yes, a black Karen. I'm having problems. I don't know why. Log off and log back on. See if that works, okay? No, it's not cool to be ripped off, but you're going to risk your life over a few cents. Come on, exactly. I'm not doing that. And the way she was arguing with that man, nah, I ain't doing that. I'm going to just be like, whatever. I bet you I won't come to you anymore. Yes, Kiki, safety is the only thing that it is. And that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about no petty stuff. We're talking about safety. Kiki, I can understand why not what Inez is going through. Yes, I was in foster care myself. I'm angry, Kiki. She's angry, Kiki. She may need help coming in that system. I heard terrible, yes. And I used to teach kids who were in a group home, they had no parents. They lived in a group home. And it's horrible for them. And the girl was so worried because she was about to age out of the system. And she said she didn't know where she was going to go or what she was going to do because when she turned 18, she was going to have to leave the group home. And she didn't know what she was going to do after that. They gave her some kind of vouchers. I think they gave her something till she was 21, I think, where she could get her apartment or some other things. And she was so happy when she found out about that. But just think, they don't have parents. They don't have anybody to guide them along the way. And when they fall, they don't have anybody to help them up. And I always wonder, how do you sleep at night as a foster kid? Because you sleep in different homes. And to sleep, you got to relax completely. Now, how do you sleep as a kid when you're in somebody else's home and you don't even know this person? So yes, Miss Inez, I think went through a lot. I know she did. And these are probably what we see her, with her behavior as a result of her childhood. But that's why another reason she needs to be extremely careful. She needs to be extremely careful. Extremely careful. Romanticizing Africa it is very dangerous. In her video, she said she was too much. In her video, she said she has too much money to get in her lawsuits to tuck her tail and run. Run, Forrest, run. See, that's what I thought it was. And it's these other videos, because she's won all three of the videos. She's won 3 of the lawsuits, okay? So these people have to pay her money, okay? So this is the money that she's going to live off of. So she feels like she doesn't have any other income but these lawsuits. So I need to sue these people and I need to get this money because this is my only income. She doesn't have any more money. She doesn't have any steady income. How does she make money? Do we know? No, she doesn't have an income. My father was from Africa. He really was no joke. We never had an opinion as far as he and his family were concerned. Wow. See? Wow, that's crazy though. Wow. Tammy, if Inez got a streetwise lawyer, paid a little bribe, she could settle all the cases and move on. Mm-mm. She's not doing that. She's fighting. I think she's representing herself in a lot of these cases. I think. I'm not sure. Peace out for now, Kiki. Keep up. Oh, thank you, Nima. Okay, I'll talk to you later, okay? Thank you for coming by. I know it's late there. Romanticizing Africa can be dangerous. Any I see so many diaspora doing just that. Any of the Africans understand we are yearning to, they sure do, and they take advantage of that. They take so advantage of that. That's why you can't go there with your heart in your hand like that, brother and sister. As soon as you start that brother and sister stuff, they coming for you. They like, oh yeah, this is a good one. Laugh out loud. T&K, she's nuts. Looking up Amira, his family going to retaliate. Locking up a minor. I said looking up Amira. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, they are. Did you see the video at the end when the mother? Okay, let's get to the video. All right, so now let me show y'all what's going on now. So y'all can know what we're talking about. So now she's telling us she's almost found the place. She's almost done moving. Now here she is.
Greetings.
She has moved, y'all.
Everyone, I apologize in advance for the light. Only move, you guys. So I'm getting situated in my new place and looking forward to the new adventures, next adventures, etc. I have been so absorbed with what's going on, but I will be at tomorrow's proceedings for Naomi, the murder trial.
And that's another thing she keeps pushing. She keeps pushing what happened to Miss Naomi. She keeps on pushing this and pushing this, and this is something that you could tell people kind of want to like die down and go away, because when she went to the trial this time, she said wasn't anybody there but her. Yeah, because people are separating themselves from these situations. They want to distance themselves. They want to live in peace in Africa. They don't want to be there like they're in America fighting the good old fight.
Hopefully, they will be sitting, because the last time we went, they were not there. So I will definitely be in attendance. So much is going on, but I'm alive and well. And I keep forgetting to just do a quick video to shout out to everybody tomorrow if you're available. Naomi's murder trial proceedings are supposed to continue tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. District Court 1. That's all I have for you right now. Like I said, I don't know if the judge will be sitting, but we need to show up. I'll do another video.
It's just like Veronica, encouraging everybody, come on, show up, show out. We need to fight the cause. You're not in America. You shouldn't be fighting anything. You need to sit down and be quiet. You need to sit down and find you a safe place to live and just keep your mouth shut and stop encouraging other women to get involved in things that women don't get involved in Africa. See, these are the type of people that get other women caught up.
The next day or so, lots going on, but I did find a place. So hopefully no one's worried. I'm alive and well. Explain to you is that I didn't pay.
All right.
Greetings out everyone.
Go back to y'all comments. I'm trying to stay on top of that. See, these are the type, and then these women will get involved in foolishness, and then they encourage other women to get involved in the foolishness. And that I don't understand. That I do not understand. Her life is not even working for her. So why are you encouraging other women to do what you do and to follow in your footsteps? Don't do this, y'all. Don't do this. Don't do this. Suing somebody in Africa is the worst thing you can do. The very worst thing you can do. You need to go to that person, try to work it out with that person. See if you can settle. They'll pay you the money, because what they're supposed to do is pay you the money. They're not supposed to go to court. They're supposed to pay you the money directly. You talk it over and you settle it. But no, not these type of women. They're going straight to the court, because that's how they support themselves, is off the court system. Kiki loves Nigeria. In all honesty, I don't think she is aware that she is putting herself at risk. How could she not be aware of that? She's seen everything on my channel about all these women who have passed away. She's seen those. She knows about them. She knows what happened to Miss Naomi. How could she not know that doing all of this is putting herself at risk? How could she not know that? Making enemies with the landlord at the other place, arguing with all of them, moving to the new place. Now you arguing with the people who live directly next door to you. Directly next door to you. How could she not know that she's putting herself at risk? Explain it to me, African Goddess, because I want to know. I think she doesn't care. I think she thinks she's smarter than the Africans. That's what I think. I'm rolling already. I rolling already about the car. No, exactly. Yes. It's all just crazy. To Miss Greek, right. It wasn't a violent crime. I do think someone gave the kid a key, but to lock him up, I do not agree with. But who gave him the key? That was crazy. So do you think they split the money with the person who gave him the key? She's suing the mechanic. Yep. The kid next door, the landlord. Does she think she's in America? Yes. Kiki, she's asking for a lot of trouble. Y'all, she's asking for a lot of trouble, because they don't sue like that in Africa. They don't. That's one of the, they handle it. They go to you and they handle it. We handle it like men. They go and they handle it like men. They talk it out. I'm going to give you this money. I'm going to pay you for your damages. There's no reason to go to court. She's got problems. I can't hear it loud. I can hear it loud and clear. Yeah, she got a lot of problems. She needs to work on those problems instead of projecting those problems onto somebody else and making it seem like they're the ones with the problems. she is endangering herself. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And y'all should see how she arguing with these people next door. She going to war with these people next door, honey. And the little boy had a key. So that lets you know that anybody can get a key to your place. She can win those cases if she gives the police some money. Yeah, she's won 3 of the cases. And see, this last case, the judge she didn't rule or something because y'all said that permanent victim syndrome, because the victim, the defendant, went to the judge's house and said that Inez was going around telling people that she had paid the judge 1,000 CDs and the judge was going to rule in her favor. Yes, just watching her is disturbing. It is. The way she talks is very, it's like the energy behind her voice is very unstable. Not M. Johnson, no, not afraid of her stories. I've seen and heard. Okay, y'all talking about something. Okay. So let me look at let's put this video on, y'all. So let's look at this one. So now she's found the place, right? So now she's found the place. A month after she's in the place, she makes a video, says, the bullying continues.
Grand Rising.
The bullying continues. When I saw this video, this was what, y'all? This was in September, October, November. That's 2 months ago. We talked about her in July. So now she's saying the bullying continues. And as soon as I saw that, I said, oh, here we go. It's the same old stuff with this lady. All right, so let's check it out.
Grand Rising. How's everyone doing? To coming out. Well, I kind of wanted to get out of the house, but Sue and I are supposed to go hang out. So remember how I told you guys not to, if you can avoid it at all costs, to not do shared here. Excuse me. To not do.
So shared is shared utilities. Okay. So you know how like she lives in a place where different people live. Okay. It sounds like an apartment complex, or maybe it's a room. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what it is. She hasn't showed a video. At least I haven't found it. So it sounds like she shares the utilities with this man and his family. Okay.
Shared here. Sorry, my voice is going to whatever. To not do shared water, anything if you can avoid it. So one of the challenges was me finding a place in time. And so when you are forced to do something in a time limit, especially in a place like here where listings and stuff are not, Ghana is really online like the US is online. And so part of that problem or challenge is finding apartments within a certain time frame is very difficult. Even people, they don't really take pictures of their places or videos of their places. So that means you have to literally physically go and see everything. So fade out, fade in. I moved into my place. The electric is shared. The water supply.
What does fade out, fade in mean? She keep on saying little stuff like that, and I'm like, what does that mean?
Supposedly isn't shared, but the electric is shared. And so last night the power went out, and I didn't realize it, but the power went out. So fast forward. So here's the drama. I paid 150 CDs, and this guy only put in 50 CDs, which I told him, I said, this isn't fair, because he tried to show me a receipt saying he bought the electric on August 1st, and this was, I believe, August 8th, when he was coming to me that the electric is finished. And he was saying that usually when I pay 50 CDs, my electric lasts 3 weeks. And I was like, okay, but I just moved in yesterday. So how did your 50 CDs finish in 7-8 days? And I just moved in. I was like, okay, but I'm going to get.
Okay, now we're talking about $9.41. She paid 150 CDs is $9.41. That's what she's arguing over now.
Give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give you 150. So next month you have to put in 150. So here it is. We are at the next month, and they're insisting that he still wants to put in 50, and I put in 150. Huh? So, and the yelling thing. See, that's the thing with this whole socialization thing that I've talked to you guys about, where they can be disrespectful, but you are not supposed to say anything. You're supposed to tolerate it. Baby, I've said to you guys before, I'm not disrespectful, but I'm not cut that way. That's not my cloth. You cannot come, and I will not allow you to come and be disrespectful to me, and I sit and take it. Like I said, I'm not loud and go with it, but baby, you are going to hear me. And so he would not stop talking. So when I explained to him, I said, I put in 150, you put in 150. We can do that, right? He's insisting that he can't afford to do that. And I was like, so, but I can. So I, again, was on the phone with Sue on speaker anyway, because we were making our plans. Sue jumped in and was like, let me talk to him. And I was like, he hears you, we're on speaker. So she's explaining to him, if she's put in 150, you should put in 150. It's only fair. So, mind you, I'm
Now,
saying,
what does Sue have to do with it? Now, this is two women ganging up on this man. All right, what? This is all not proper. She's handling things completely wrong.
in live alone. They keep bringing up that I have a fridge and a washing machine that is not.
Now, that's a big deal. See, she's trying to play that down. A fridge and a washing machine will suck up all the energy. It'll suck up all that little cash power stuff. So she's trying to play it off like her refrigerator and her washing machine is not using all the energy. And that's a whole lie right there.
Plugged in simultaneously.
Wait a
By
minute.
the way, bringing up that I have a fridge and a washing machine that is not plugged in simultaneously.
So she's saying because she don't have them in plugged in at the same time, but it doesn't matter. Whenever you use one of them, you're using a whole bunch of energy.
By the way, sorry, that was another phone call demanding. So essentially, even though I stood my ground about me not owing as much, I explained how in my other place that I had ceiling fans going, I had all of these electronics going that I had here, and I still paid about the same amount. But like I said, the ceiling fans were going sometimes in multiple rooms, especially to dry my, because I have a washing machine but no dryer. And so what I would do is sometimes turn on the ceiling fans to help dry, air dry the items, especially like the blankets, or not the blankets, the sheets rather, excuse me. But essentially I had ceiling fans going in the rooms. So you mean to tell me that I'm running ceiling fans and doing all this stuff, and now that I'm here, there are no ceiling fans in any of the rooms? And the craziest part is the electric doesn't even work in my living room. Not one socket in the living room works. So I have to take the electrical from the bedroom that I'm sitting in, attach the step down, that's what we do here, and run the electrical cords all the way throughout the different rooms. So again, they bang on about me having a washing machine and a fridge. But again, I'm one person and it's 5 or 6 of them, however many people.
But even if it's 5 or 6 of them, what does that have to do with the lights? That's still one light. You see what I mean? That's still, I'm sure they don't have a thing to heat water for baths. Okay. So even if it's 5 or 6 of them, I don't get that. What does it have to do with the energy use? Because it's still one room or 3 rooms with lights. No matter if 1 of them are in there or 5 of them are in there, it's still one light. So it doesn't matter. She's using more of the energy and she knows it, but I don't know why she can't understand that. She understands it. She understands it.
How am I using all the electric? So I explained that if you put in 50, then I put in 50. But if you put in 50 and I'm putting in 150, how is that fair? So I even made him do his math. He said he bought the electric. He had a receipt for purchasing 50 CDs on August 1st. I moved in on August 7th. Here, you get that. I moved in on August 7th. He says his electric, when he pays, it usually lasts for 3 weeks. Well, clearly it doesn't, baby, because today is August 8th when you're coming to me, and I just moved in yesterday. So how did the electric finish in 1 day?
But what did she use when she moved in, y'all? What did she use? She doesn't understand. When you got there, did you plug in your TV? Did you take a hot bath? Did you plug in your appliances? Did you plug in? What did you do? What electricity did you use? You use a lot of electricity. I know you do because she's an American. Because when I go to Africa, I use a lot of electricity. And we don't realize how much electricity we use because we don't pay for electricity like that. So we don't realize how much we consume of it until we start paying for it. So she doesn't understand. Yes, lady, you used it all. Because it doesn't make sense. How could he use it like that when he doesn't even have appliances? When you start plugging your stuff in, your phones, your laptops, your computer, all that, your appliances, you wiped it out. Just like that.
What did I do to make your electric finish in 1 day?
Plug up your appliances.
So I worked with it. I said, you know what? I'm just going to keep the peace. This is me. I like keeping the peace. I said, okay, here's 150, but I need you to understand that when it comes around.
Remember, 150 is $9.41. If you're arguing about $9.41, you should not be in Africa. You should not be an expat if you're arguing about $9.41.
So now, essentially, they did all of this yelling. came bang on my door, interrupted my conversation with Sue. Then he went and got somebody else to come and bang, and they bring me outside my room. I'm showing them like I'm not even dressed. Like, can y'all at least respect the fact that I'm not even dressed? So they're essentially trying to force me to pay for all the electric for everybody else here. Again, I'm one person, and it's all.
But doesn't this sound like the other place? She's having problems again. Doesn't it sound like the other place? These people don't like me. These people are trying to force me to do this. These people are trying to force me to do that.
Y'all, sharing electric. See, this concept of sharing. This is why I opt to not share housing or share anything with people. So we share a patio, quote unquote, share a patio. Meanwhile, because all of you guys are always here, how do I get to share the space with you when you are always here and somebody's always on the shared patio? So again, I'm sitting here as I was making the video, the lady that introduced me to them here. So essentially she's saying, if I don't pay the additional $150 like I did last month, they're going to try and evict me from the place. And I'm like, what? I just moved in. Like, you're not going to make me
Did y'all realize what she just said? If she doesn't pay the $9.41 for the utilities for the next month, they're going to evict her. They're planning to evict her. I just can't believe it.
This stuff again. Just because I was like, serious. So I said, so now you guys get to play bullies and I was like, now you get to bend over and take it. So this is the group economics. So it's not just me now, or not just him, it's his family, then the caretaker or / landlord. Now everybody's ganged up against.
Everybody ganged up on her. Once again, it's the same thing. Everybody's ganged up on me.
It's me, because this is what I said, the dynamic. The O'Bruni can afford it. The O'Bruni is supposed to come in and make everybody else's life comfortable. When it's clear. Like I said, you don't have no other receipt. You only have that one receipt to show that you paid on August 1st, 50 CDs. That's what you have. But it also shows on August 8th, the next receipt, that I paid $150. I gave you $150. So what that is saying is your August 1st to August 8th receipt, 50 CDs lasts you 1 week, not 3 weeks. That's clear. So why am I being forced to pay $150 and you only get to put in 50?
Because literally, everybody knows that she is the one who's making the electric bill go up. She's the one with the big, heavy appliances. They don't have refrigerators and washing machines like that. They know it's you, lady. Come on, y'all. Do y'all really think she doesn't know it's her? Do y'all really think she doesn't know it's her, or do y'all think she's gaslighting these people and conning these people, trying to act like it's not her? When come on. This.
I might not look like it, but I'm about to hit the roof.
Like $9 and
that's what they call it. Interrupted my video recording. Is because I'm expected to just keep giving.
She's gonna hit the roof over $9.41
money every time I look up. So this guy, while I'm making this recording, he's downstairs. I can hear him still down there talking. So not only do you get to disrespect me and talk down to me like some dog, I don't give a fudge that I'm in your country. Fuck you and your country. How about that? This has nothing.
If that's your attitude, see what I mean? This is why this lady's in a dangerous situation. She doesn't respect the people, it's clear, and she doesn't respect the country. So why, ma'am, are you there? Why, ma'am, are you there? It makes no sense to me.
About respect. This is what it comes down to. Respect. And even when I'm saying to him, what you're doing is disrespectful.
You don't respect
you're yelling at me, and it's unnecessary.
She doesn't respect them. I don't understand. She wants everybody to bow down and respect her, but she has no respect for no one, anyone, not even us. How she lied on me. She didn't even respect me, but everybody's supposed to respect her. She told a complete lie on me and everybody on this channel. Made several videos lying on us, but everybody's supposed to respect her and believe her.
He's saying, I know, but, and then he goes back to yelling. And so then they're saying, I'm not allowing them to talk. What are you talking about? You asked me a question, and the moment I answer or try to answer, you just keep talking. If you've ever been around Ghanaians, you know they yell and they like to talk plenty, but they don't want to listen to nobody. So again, the girl that introduced me to them is saying that they're talking about if I don't pay the additional 100, they're going to forcefully evict me.
Yeah.
Or tell me it's not working out and I need to move. And I'm like, so again, I'm supposed to pay for everybody else's comfort. So he can't afford to pay 150, but I can. Greetings.
Well, my point is,
Grand Rising. How's everyone doing?
Okay, y'all got to help me with this. Y'all think this real woman really don't realize she's driving up the electricity? Y'all seriously think she doesn't realize that? I wouldn't ship belongings. I'd only pack a few suitcases. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that either. I just can't believe her. And now she's having issues with the judge. Yep, you see that residing over the court case, along with the court officer who was disrespectful. Everybody's disrespectful to her, according to her. Everybody's disrespectful. At G, it's expensive initially because you have to do a lot of set yourself up, installing solar. Yeah, okay, you're talking about moving. Yeah, it is. All right, let me go down here to the. These were way back, y'all. Let me try to get these. Super Shorty can keep that. Yeah, I think he can keep that house. I'm sure he can keep that house. Yeah, I'm sure he can keep that house. I'm sure his name is on that house somewhere. Because who's going to keep it? Who's it going to, if he doesn't keep it, it's going to go to the state of Ghana. Because I'm sure she's got some kind of, his name got to be on something. I'm just wondering. Do we know that for sure? No, I don't. No, I don't. But then just think. She's building all this stuff. And his name, but she might be scared, okay, to put his name on anything. Because she feel like if I put his name on anything, then he'll get rid of me and everything will come to me. So she could think of it that way. So she keeps his name off of everything, thinking that's going to keep her safe. But then again, if something happens to her, the property goes to who? The state. Unless Super Shorty can say that's his wife. If he can say that's his wife, then he inherits everything. Yeah, but it will not go to her family. Nobody in her family will get that. I'm a care leaver who wasn't housed. I'm a care what? Giver who wasn't housed. So Kiki loves Nigeria. What do you, hold on y'all, let me make this big. What do you recommend for Inez to do in order to get herself out of there ASAP? I would sell everything. This is what I would do. I would just sell everything that I have. And I would go to the embassy and I would, get them to get me a plane ticket and I would pay them back once I got to the United States. But the first thing I would do is I would contact the embassy, get my plane ticket, and then I would sell everything I have, everything I could sell to get out of there. And then I would get me a job, get back here, get me a job, and I would start over. And if I wanted to go back to Africa, I would do it differently. I would find me a country to go to that accepts single women and, single women aren't going through all these challenges over there. And I would start visiting the country. I would make friends in the country. But that's what I would do. I wouldn't stay in a place like that because it's very dangerous, like I told y'all. And it really is. It's extremely dangerous. She is very low-cost housing with people who are living hand to mouth. Of course, they're upset. Why does she call her husband Super Shorty? Why does she call herself Kenza Babe? Why does she do that? Do y'all see how she's just like that latest video, y'all, she on the front cover of it, she looks so like old and like she's shrinking in, and he just looked like he's just plumping up like a plum. She just drying up like a raisin. That is a bad sign to me. I don't watch the videos because I can't take it. I can't take it. I just can't take it. I can't take seeing old fools. Old fools hurt my heart. I cannot watch an old fool. I cannot. Did she bring stainless steel appliances? Who are you talking about? Inez or Kenza wish she was the babe? No, she brought that stuff. She took some appliances, I think. Oh, you said that she brought stainless steel appliances. You talking about what's her name? Oh, I don't know. African goddess says they might be taking advantage, but she is using much more electricity than those people. They're probably washing on hand. Exactly, she is. Did she bring big stainless? Yes. Yes, it sounds like it. Why does she call? Okay. I think she doesn't realize or know about the patriarchal system. Oh, you think she doesn't know Africa's run by men? Then she shouldn't be in Africa. Hey, Fiona. When I heard this story, I left her a message and told her to move as they were going to evict you. Evict you. She got so defensive at my comment. I told you. I told you. Because that's how she is. And how do we help people like that, y'all? How? How do you help people like that? Tell me. How do we help people like that? What do we do? She ain't trying to get no help from us. She ain't trying to get no help. You're right. She needs she needs to get out of there. She's looking for trouble. Yeah, she's looking for trouble, honey. I keep hearing about Africa being so big. It is very expensive. Now, it just makes me mad when I look at the plane tickets. I just get so mad. I'm like, I can't even believe it's not fun anymore because it's so expensive. It's like you got a budget. I don't like that. Like I used to go to Africa, man. It used to just be whatever. I just spent like splurged. I just splurged because my money was worth so much. But not now. Not now you can't. When she said she was applying for a job, I thought she was a person with no plan. I knew she was a person with no plan. Yeah, because where are you going to get a job at in Africa? Why do so many people say, anywho, I can't stand it. I can't either. I wouldn't ship belongings. Okay, we read that one. And how is having issues with okay, we read that. We read that. Okay, we read that. We read that. All right, y'all. Hi, Kiki from the UK. Hey, Zora. Whoever pays officials the most money wins the case. So you think she bribing them? Hey, Fiona, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. What murder trial? You know the lady I'm scared for. This lady, I'm scared for her. Do you know the murder trial with Naomi? The lady who was they said she wasn't going with the 31-year-old, but she really was. She was going to marry him, and he got mad because she wouldn't let him use the car that night. So I think he hit her in the back of the head. So she's protesting, by going to the trial. She's making sure her story get heard. She's making sure the story stays alive. She can't get the money if they don't know. I don't think they have the money anymore. Heavy Pedal Time says all these. Wait a minute, let me make this big, y'all. It says all of these educated, I don't need a man women are getting themselves unalived in Africa. Africa attitude is everything. And he is so right. Why can't you just be humble? It's like a game to me. When I go over there, it's like a game. I'm like, I'm going to play this game. And this game is the quiet game. And you just be quiet. You just be quiet. And I love it because I have to do so much talking over here. I have to do so much wheeling and dealing and doing everything over here that I have to talk all the time. So it feels good to go to a place where I don't have to say anything. That feels good to me. So these people who have problems with that, maybe Africa just ain't the place for you. This lady is defensive, Fiona says. A troublemaker and an argumentative, exactly, causing problems in Africa. Yep, that's exactly what she's doing. Hey, Kiki loves Nigeria. Well, thank you so much, G. That was nice. It isn't even dangerous. What isn't dangerous? And when you sue them, you won't get the money. The people don't have the money. That's what I was going to ask Fiona. So do she actually collect the money? Like, is she getting the money? Because like here, you can sue somebody and you can win the case, but that don't mean you're going to get the money. So is she actually getting the money? African Goddess says, if she has won the cases, she needs to bribe the police to pick up the people and keep them detained. Oh, till their families pay something. That's what she tried to do. It sounds like that's what she tried to do with this little boy, but nobody would pick him up. Nobody would detain him like that. Her behavior is dangerous anywhere. You're right. Oh my God, you're right. Never stay in a place where you are not wanted. It is turmoil and unnecessary stress. She needs to take heed to other African American women who were unalive due to conflict with the locals. Yeah, but she doesn't. She doesn't. She does. She thinks she's different. She thinks it won't happen to her. That's what they all thought. Just a terrible attitude. And you can't have a terrible attitude in Africa. You cannot. You can't even have a terrible attitude here. Let the dead bury the dead, Yeshua. Yeshua. I am out. Shabbat shalom, everyone. I'm out watching you on TV. Okay, bye. See you later. Thanks for coming by and thank you for the super chat. It's always good to see you. I think the guy they called for Naomi was just a fall guy for someone else. Who, T&K? Passport is encouraging her that court crap with that court crap. Well, she needs to sit down with that because she's just making more enemies. I understand why she's distressed at what happened at Naomi or not. You're not going, no, she's not going to get justice, no. She is in denial as no self-awareness, no social skills due to her foster care experience. Now, that's probably true. We read that one. I don't think she likes the drama. She sees putting herself. I don't think she thinks the drama. Wait a minute, let me make this big so I can see it, yeah. I also think she likes the drama, but I think she like it too, honey. Fiona, I really think she like it too. Because I emailed her right before I did the show. Maybe, was it today or yesterday? I emailed her to see if she wanted to add anything to let her know people were asking about it. And of course, she's not going to respond to the email because she doesn't like me. So today she releases a video of what she's been up to because she wants us to play the video. So this is some more drama this lady is going through in Ghana, in her new place.
Everyone, I hope you're well. I wanted to update you guys because so much has been going on, and unfortunately, it's not always positive. So this is your chance to click off the message because I really don't want to have to play this. It turned out the break-in, the offender was a juvenile where I'd moved to from the last place. So games that we've been playing before when I do report. Again, all messages are not positive. So unfortunately, where I'd moved to from the last place, I had a break-in, and it turned out the break-in, the offender was a juvenile who is the child of my neighbor. And I held on to the information because I needed to find out who the person was because I didn't know who the child was, and et cetera, et cetera. So what I had to do was, of course, do my own reconnaissance, if you will. And what did trip me out, though, was how angry everyone was. I expected some, but I didn't expect as much. And so, again, I'm the victim of this break-in, but I'm planning what I'll do is do this video and then try and insert some using the other apps that allow me to connect with you guys. But it was really a trip. And then when the guy threatened me, I asked him, I was like, are you sure you want to dance with the devil?
So, wow. The people next door, son, has broken into her house. She just moved into this house. Remember the big blow up we seen on the beginning of the video at the one place. She had to get out of there. They didn't want her to stay there anymore. Now she's at this new place. Now her place has been broken into by her next door neighbor's minor child. Okay? Her minor child has broken into the house. Okay? And now we have this other issue going on.
I was like, are you sure you want to dance with the devil?
So now they're threatening her. Okay? Because she didn't say anything at first. Like she didn't go and say, your son broke into my house, blah, blah, blah. She went and tried to find, I guess she went to the police or she got the information about who it was. And instead of going to them like you're supposed to do, I think she went to the police. I'm not sure. I think that's how it went down. But now somebody's threatening her. And this lady is saying, are you sure you want to dance with the devil? That was her response to the threat.
But it was really a trip. And then when the guy threatened me, I asked him, I was like, are you sure you want to dance with the devil? I know oftentimes when people see me, because I look like a lady, and I am. And so the guy threatened me, the father threatened me, and the police officer. The police officer probably felt like it.
So the father threatened her and the police officer threatened. Did she mean to say the police officer threatened her, y'all?
It's nothing, we get threats all the time, whatever. But I explained to him, I said, where I'm from, we don't do that kind of stuff. And I said, he's actually speaking my language, because where I'm from, we don't play like that. So if you want to do the dance, like I said. So I told him, I was like, let's just be clear. You have an issue with the murder of Naomi that's coming up. And I was like, you remember that? And you guys probably, if she had come and complained, it needs to be on record. So if I do disappear or if something happens to me, highly unlikely, not arrogant. Like I said, I don't.
So she knows she's in danger, because you heard her say, if something happens to me or if I come up missing, which is highly unlikely. But she know in her heart she's in danger. She know these people don't like her. She knows these women are dropping like flies in other countries because she's seen it on this channel. So she knows that she's in danger. She knows that.
I don't consider myself to be no super mutant, with whatever powers or whatever. But it's highly unlikely, as you guys know. I'm not arrogant about it, but I'm also not the one out here starting shit. So let's be clear. So essentially, the boy was apprehended yesterday, and a bunch of shit went down, and the lady that is the caretaker yelled at me quite a bit, and essentially told me to get out and called me the troublemaker. And so I was like, okay, I have the boy on video.
So the caretaker of this new place has called her the troublemaker and told her to get out. So again, she's been told to get out. Lord have mercy.
Into my house, and I'm the troublemaker. So whatever, I'll update you guys on it. But I did want to let you know that I was okay. I did share it with a couple of people already who I'm in touch with, and sometimes they get worried about me. So I try to let them know I'm good, everything's straight. But he broke in, stole stuff. And the crazy thing is, instead of them keeping him in jail, they are telling me that the law in Ghana, even though he's admitted to doing everything, the law in Ghana says that after 48 hours, they have to release him. So I've been going around beating the bushes, talking to a lot of people that I know here that I've met. I don't like to use the term know, but that I've met and associate with, and some of them owe me favors. And I'm like, look, you need to give me some information. You need to help me keep this boy. You need to keep this boy locked up.
Yeah.
So his parents and them can come up off my.
So see, she's trying to do that. She's trying to pay people to keep him locked up. This is a minor, people. She's trying to do this to a kid. Y'all. This is who she's trying to keep locked up. She's paying this system that normally corrupts, you can pay to get what you want. But she's trying to find somebody she can pay to keep this kid locked up.
My money, because I know they got it. They may not have all of it, but I know they've been spending some of it, whatever. Make him come up off my money. So after the disappointing news of them telling me they're going to release him tomorrow, I came home and I was like, and I asked them, I was like, am I allowed? Because they're submitting what they call the Republic of Ghana versus that person, that individual, which essentially is like we would say the city of so-and-so against whatever. So I was like, am I allowed to file a civil suit? Because I want to make sure it's clear. I'm going to get my money back. So they told me yes. And I said, okay, I'll come home and I'll work on my writ of summons. And I've already got it going. So I'll probably submit it before the weekend is up. And I got everybody's names and we can do this. But please don't make any stupid comments. I'm okay. Don't start with, oh, how much are you supposed to take? I don't hear that shit today, please. This is about informing people. This is what's going on.
Wow.
We need, again, to talk about the relationships of the sisters that's coming over to Ghana and being taken while our men are essentially falling knee deep in pussy, excuse me for putting it that way, but that's essentially what's happening, and there's no protection for us. And I have told people what's going on, and it's been quieter than church mouses pisses on.
So she knows there's no protection for her. She knows she's not safe. She knows she's not safe. She's probably scared as all get out.
Church mice pissing on cotton. They ain't writing. A few people that's going to be coming in from other areas. But the point is, our sisters out here need protection, just like we do any other place. But if y'all hear about me in jail, y'all going to know why, okay?
Why don't you tell me? I'll give you your money and go. I don't want any trouble.
Excuse me?
Why don't you tell me?
Why didn't I tell you what? Why didn't I tell you what? Why didn't I tell you? Why should I tell you? I needed to report it to the police.
See, that's the problem. You hear what she said? That lady said, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me he broke into your house? And she was like, why do I have to tell you? I didn't have to tell you. I told the police in Africa, you go to the family, y'all. Look at this. Look at this mess this woman done caused. Wow, this is crazy.
Why don't you tell me? I'll give you your money and go. I don't want any trouble.
He said, I'll give you your money. I don't want any trouble. Is this the boy right here, y'all? Or is he in jail? That look like the bomb right there. I would not want to be in this situation.
Why don't you tell me?
Why didn't I tell you what? Why didn't I tell you what? Why didn't I tell you? Why should I tell you? I needed to report it to the police.
So no, she needed to tell the mother and the father so the parents could try to get the money for her, get the money back to her. That's what you were supposed to do. So she's mean. Yeah, she just wanted to go. She wanted this little boy to be arrested. She didn't want the problem solved. She wanted him to be arrested.
If y'all hear about me in jail, y'all gonna know why, okay?
I'll give you your money and go. I don't want any trouble.
Excuse me?
Why don't you tell me?
Why didn't I tell you what? Why didn't I tell you what? Why didn't I tell you? Why should I tell you? I needed to report it to the police.
Wow. Whew. Well, I'm telling y'all now, you follow her footprints. You follow her, you're going to be in trouble. Okay? Because I can't believe what I just saw. I can't believe what I just saw. I cannot. It's going down wherever she live at. It's going, this video was how long ago? That was a month ago. Let's see what y'all saying. You can't. Why can't she get a chief to mediate? Isn't that how some things are? Yeah, it is. They were supposed to go. She was supposed to go to them and say, "Your son stole my money," and they would have been like, "Well, how much money was it?" And then they would have talked to their son, and then they would have came and said, "Okay, even if the son said he didn't do it, they could have went back and forth." And then they would have ended up paying her for her money. There's no reason to go to the courts. It's not supposed to. Only if they don't pay you. Then, but still, they don't go to the courts. I don't think Miss Inez can afford to. She can't stay. She can't. She can't afford to stay in Ghana, honey. She cannot. If she could afford to stay in Ghana, she wouldn't be crying over $9.51, because that ain't nothing. $9.51, that's ridiculous. You doing all that over $9.51? That's sad. That's really sad. That is really, really sad. I'm trying to get to the next video. The next comment, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. My mouse is not working right. Let me get up here to the next one. Yeah, that's just really sad. No, she can't afford, and she can't afford to come back because she ain't got nowhere to go. She ain't got nobody to live with. She's now fighting with the guy in her. Yes. Who is Sue? I guess Sue is her friend, honey. I don't know who Sue is. Some friend she done got keep putting in the business. So I guess her and Sue go argue back and forth with people. She bribed the judge, and she's talking about it with the locals. No, Kiki, you're not going to convince me she has any self-awareness. Oh, you don't think so? You don't think she knows what she's doing for real? You really don't think this woman knows what she's doing? I think she knows what she's doing. Let me go down here and get these comments. I'm going to start from the bottom and go up. Yeah, she got another court case. Yeah, this little boy was a court case now. She seemed to enjoy. You notice that too? She seemed to enjoy, why should I come to you? Did you, LAS? I thought that too. The way she said it was, let me play that, because I thought so too, but I thought it was just me. I thought maybe you just think hearing stuff. But she said it like, I enjoyed that. Like, why would I come to you? I'm going to the police so I could get him locked up.
Good evening.
Wait a minute, is it this video or the other one? Yeah, I noticed that too. Y'all listen and see if y'all detect the spirit of joy in her voice when she says,
If y'all hear about me,
I
you just
wasn't
fine, okay?
supposed to come to you.
Why don't you tell me? I'll give you your money and go. I don't want any trouble.
Excuse me?
Why don't you tell me?
To excuse me?
Why didn't I tell you what?
Why didn't I tell you what? She knows what they're talking about. Why didn't I tell you what?
Why didn't I tell you? Why should I tell you? I needed to report it to the police.
Did you hear? Did you hear it? Joy in her voice. Why would I tell you? I was supposed to report it to the police. Like, I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm not going to give you a chance to work it out. My joy is to see you and your son suffer. Your whole family is going to suffer. That's what I want to see. I don't even think she wants the money back. She wants to see the little boy suffer. Those police are not on her side. No, they're not. I feel it, yeah. What does she think will happen with that child? She don't care. She probably feel like didn't nobody care about what's going to happen to her. Why should she care about somebody else's kid? She seemed, yeah, she did enjoy saying that. She enjoyed saying that. She enjoyed doing all of that. Another, yes, indeed, another court case. Yes, indeed. I think her neighbors are jealous of her perceived affluence. You think that's why they broke in? The mom just said, I don't, she did. Did you hear her say that? I don't want trouble. She said, why didn't you tell me that boy took your money? I don't want trouble. I don't want trouble, which means I don't want trouble. I'll give you your money. I don't want to have trouble with you. I don't want you to have trouble with us. You know, you don't have to go to the police. Just give me a chance. If you would just tell me, I can handle it. No. Why would I tell you what? Why would I tell you anything? I'm going straight to the police, and then I'm going to court. Look at her face right here. Then I'm going to court because I'm going to sue you. If she had a better attitude and relationship with her neighbors, this wouldn't be. No, she's right. It would. It would not. She's absolutely right. I think her name. Okay, we read that part. Yeah, this is all her. That family will forget this. Won't forget that. No, she's innocent. She is. She is. She didn't have to do that. She didn't have to do any of that. She wanted to do that. She should have gone. Yeah, she should have gone to the parents first. She should have gone to the parents. Left it, because that's the way it's supposed to go. But no, she wasn't going to do that. She's going to go straight to the police because she likes drama and she wants to go to court and she wants to sue and she wants to come on YouTube and she wants to tell you how she sued and she wants to tell you to sue too. Safety first. I would leave all the belongings and get on. Yeah. All right, let's look at this other video. It's a family issue, not a right. What a SHIT starter. Oh, yeah, she is. She is. She really is. She's a SHIT starter. She sure is, because she should have went straight to them. She should have went straight to them. I learned very quickly in Jamaica that I had to bend to their ways. You can't change people. No. No. All right, so let me go down here and let's look at this other video, y'all. My only issue is, did the parents have previous issues with their son doing? We don't know. We don't know, because that's all she showed. And she didn't say that the little boy was known by the police or anything. She didn't say that. He just said he had a key. And I'm wondering who gave him the key. I wonder if somebody put him up to doing it. All right, so listen.
I be trying to rig this thing so I don't have to hold it, but what me earlier, and we were talking about this whole dynamic of being in Ghana. And I'm still feeling good about that. I've actually relaxed, which was it's much needed. So quick update, because I know everybody's like, what's happening with it? So the boy, again, if you don't know, what I'm learning is that in Ghana, when you're arrested, doesn't matter, at least that's what they're telling me. I don't know how true this is, but essentially the boy was caught on video, CCTV camera, however you want to look at it. He's on video coming into my house with the key, by the way. So how did he get the key? That's a whole nother sugar. But came with the key, blah, 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 blah. So, and he's also confessed. We have a confession. So what do we want, Bob? So they have literally sent this boy home. 48 hours is what they said the law allows or requires the person, whether guilty or not, to be released. Think about that. So they released him. And mind you, we stay in the same building on the same floor. Like literally, you come home and act like nothing has happened. Like someone just flagellated and give it a few seconds and it'll clear. And like literally. So he's come home and essentially has been left to spend more of my money. So it forces us to go to court. And meanwhile, and what's also really strange is that with all the police officers I've met and know, I don't like to use the term know, but associate with it, that's a lot. I can't get anybody, like they don't put hands, at least that's what they're telling me. They don't put hands on the individuals to get them to cough up the money.
So she's trying to pay a police officer to put hands on this little boy so he can cough up the money. That's what she just said. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? That's why I said this lady is a good example. Study her. This is how you get in trouble in Africa. This is how you get yourself in trouble in Africa. She actually said, all the police I've come in contact with, and acquaintances that I had, I can't get any of them to put hands on this little boy to get my money.
So this whole process has been really, really, really interesting. Wow. Like Arsenio, if you guys are old enough to remember things that make you go, So I'm dealing with that and adding, and like I told you guys in my last video, word is bond, I did go and file my civil suit. So the criminal is for the boy. So
now she has two other lawsuits. She's suing the family now of the little boy.
Essentially, the police put in their criminal case against the boy. And so he will end up going, if he doesn't pay, he will end up going to jail for potentially 10 years, they said. I was like, ooh. So the parents won't cough up the money. And then they were telling me, if the parents come up with the money, then it's finished. Huh? No, according to who, it's finished. No, baby, I didn't tell you it was finished.
According to who was finished. I didn't tell you it was finished. You don't have any say whether it's finished or not, ma'am. You're not the justice system in Ghana. This lady is evil and vindictive. I'm so sorry to say that, y'all. That's the energy that I'm picking up. Evil and vindictive. This is a very evil, vindictive person. And she's lashing out at anybody who dares to come near her. Anybody who dares to do anything to her. She's evil and she's vindictive. But if you notice, y'all, there's a lot of evil, vindictive women going to Africa.
I'm not saying what I say goes, but the goddess says it's not finished. It ain't over, baby. So, this whole process, this whole journey of being here and learning how things go or how things are going, whatever, it's just really interesting. But as I was getting my massage and halfway falling asleep and all of that, I said, let me share with you guys too the flip side of it, because I have been sharing with you. Because I also, someone asked me about cases the other day, and that's when I realized I was like, maybe I haven't really talked much about it. So I was like, let me talk a little bit more about it. The law in Ghana does work when court system actually does work, believe it or not. I want to share that because somehow people are under this idea that it always fails, and the truth is it doesn't.
No one was under the idea or the impression that the legal system in Africa does not work. Nobody's under that impression. You all are under that impression. That's why you got to go to court and sue everybody all the time.
I have already won 3 cases. One case is just...
I told you she won 3 cases.
Needs to determine the currency, because that's a case in Accra with Delphina, how she lied about me giving her CDs instead of dollars. But that case is already won. I've already won. The judge has awarded me a judgment. We just need to...
But has she gotten any money? Has she gotten any of the money from the cases? That's what I want to know.
Honestly, determine the currency. So that technically is the 3rd case won. The other 2 cases, and that one I did most of the work myself, but they were jerking me around until I hired an attorney, a senior attorney, and then they started to take me seriously, which is Bola, or they call it rubbish here. So sorry, I switched between languages, y'all, as you already noticed. So
she switched between languages. She needs to stop. And they always think they know the language. They always think they know the language.
Just ask me in the comments if I've said it and didn't. This time I realized it, but sometimes I don't. The trip, though, is the other 2 cases that I won. These were the cases where both parties did not get an attorney. So what people have to understand is that
she probably lost by default because the complaint, who's the defendants, they didn't get attorneys to fight against her. So probably if they would have got I don't know what would have happened, but she said they lost. So they probably lost by default.
That it's the attorney's job, essentially. They've been just groomed to turn quickly. So let's be clear, these cases can be won.
Listen.
So I want to encourage more people. I'm not saying just act like Cali, because we're super crazy in Cali, but of course, if your case has merit, I actually want to encourage people to bring your case to the courts, because
can you believe that? I actually want to encourage people to bring your cases to the courts. Yeah, let's overrun the court system just like we did here. So much so that they had to reform tort law because we were suing each other over any little bitty thing. So let's now do that in Ghana. Can y'all believe this chick?
This kind of nonsense that we're seeing, where we're just scamming. And unfortunately, one of the things I've talked about before as well is that the majority of diasporans that have come to repatriate, or people in general that have come, are usually of the senior citizens or elderly, geriatric population, so to speak. So it's a bit of elder abuse. Many of them come with very little fight left in them, and therefore they're sort of like sitting ducks or a target for the community. And unfortunately, because this has been the norm prior to younger diasporans coming, they expect us to sort of sit down and take it as well. And so that's the consensus that I've been able to take away from it, or deduce from it. But I do want to, after the boy was caught and taken to, I really need to let you guys know the cases. The court system does work here. Maybe if I get a chance to remember out. So essentially, a few days after the boy was caught and taken to prison and released here. Where I live, there's a house, so the way they build in Ghana is like unusual. So there's a place opposite me right here, and then there's a place kind of cat a corner, if you will. They had tied a child up there. At least it looked like the child was tied up, and it looked like a girl. But because of the way she was crying, it was like 2 hours. I even opened up my window, I was like, shut up. I was like tired of hearing this shit. It was literally like 2 hours of
I don't know what she's talking about, because now she sounds like she's rambling. But she actually said there was a kid that was tied up and crying for 2 hours, and she yells out the window to tell the kid to shut up.
Crying. And so what was going on was the child was tethered, and different people in the village, as they walked by, I guess they would inquire what happened, and they would hit the child, kick the child, pour water on it. And I was like, at first I kept yelling, shut up. And then it dawned on me, oh, maybe the child had been stealing. That's why so now I'm sticking my head, and that's what got me to recording. So not so much what I wanted to record, but I wanted to see, like, my camera has like good zoom. And so I was like, oh, zoom in and see if that's the boy. I was like, oh, maybe that's the boy. Unfortunately, it wasn't, because that would have really made me feel a lot better. And maybe that's sadistic or whatever.
So she said it's sadistic. You hear her say maybe that's sadistic, but she wants him to suffer. She wants him to suffer.
Maybe that's the boy. Unfortunately, it wasn't, because that would have really made me feel a lot better. And maybe that's sadistic or whatever.
Yeah, that is sadistic. And she's sadistic for wanting something like that for that boy.
But Titus also reminded me that how they do have their own form of justice here as well. But I guess because as we are diasporans, they're inclined to believe that we don't need the money, won't miss the money. Therefore, it's like a little white lie, little white dust, if you will. And so I think, again, Bola. So, but yeah, I thought that was interesting that they had the child tied up there for like a couple of hours, hitting, kicking, whatever abuse they did to. I was walking, and was I walking with Moses? Moses was walking me up the hill to take a proggy. And as we were walking, this guy bolts. And when we were back in the day, we used to say booking. But people were after him. And I guess when he realized he was already caught, he kneeled down real fast. Me Pocho started begging and all this other stuff. And they was hitting him, but they wasn't giving him the Old Town stump. Because where we from, you gonna be leaking out real quick. It ain't gonna be standing there talking to that.
And see, there they go with this violence again. That's what these women too. They always whenever they get angry, their first result is violence.
But they let him talk and stuff, and they was hitting on him and everything. And I was like, oh, he must have stole something. But of course, when they steal from us, we don't get that kind of justice. So whatever. To court I'm going. And I'm hoping for a speedy trial, and swift judgment, and intense pressure and stiff penalties. That's what I'm hoping for. But so I figured I'd come and share that. I am
not that the little boy is reformed. Not that I'm hoping this little boy gets reformed from this and he realized he shouldn't do these things. I want him punished. I want him punished swiftly and quickly. So we've been on here for 2 hours and 4 minutes. I think that was actually the last video. She actually has another video that she just released today. But that video was 21 minutes and there was really nothing in this video that was really interesting. So this was this video we just
I be trying to.
was the one that was really that gave us the update on the cases. So I'm going to take your comments and then we're going to be finished with our update on Inez. Inez is being Inez. She's doing what she does. She's a SHIT starter. And that's what she's doing, starting her SHIT where she is. And then she's going to take you to court and she's going to sue you over the SHIT that she started. Yes, that's what she's doing. That's the update, y'all. She's doing what she does. Yes, that's what she does. She's starting mess. Yeah, she is a mess. She's a hot mess. Do not listen to anything this woman says. If you do, you're going to wind up just like her. I wonder if yeah, okay, we read that about the chief mediating, a compromise. Yeah, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. She should go back to the U.S. and study law and become a lawyer. She sounds so interested in law. Exactly. Why don't you go do that instead of practicing in Ghana without a license? Why is she so obsessed? I don't know. Like London Lady said, maybe she wants to be a lawyer. I think that's how she supports herself. I think that's her only form of income are those lawsuits. What language is she referring to? I don't know. Honey, she'll say little words. I don't know. And she keeps saying she don't mean to be speaking in another language. Girl, you ain't speaking in no other language. Cut it out. Thank you, Miss Gwendolyn, for the super sticker. That was so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, no. Encouraging people. Yes. Encouraging other people to be SHIT starters. That's what she's doing. Encouraging you to come to Africa so you can be a SHIT starter too. Yes. You also can start SHIT and then go to court and sue. Yeah, that's what she does. Waste everybody's time. What? Wait, I can't see that. What older diaspora? Latif's granny. Yeah, that's who she talking about. Latif's granny. Ain't nobody old like that going over there. They need to stop that. She's sad, lonely, angry, and a disturbed woman. Exactly, Fiona. She's a lonely, angry, disturbed woman. Very disturbed. Yes. And then wants to present it to us like she's normal. No. Why wouldn't she go and see what's wrong with the child? Exactly. And zooming in and you seeing they punishing the child. I would have went over there and said, stop. I would have went over there and said, why are y'all doing this to her? She's been crying for I don't know how long. Isn't this enough? No, I wouldn't have went. I would have sent somebody over there. My question is, would they had reacted to a Caucasian person this way? Or would the boy have went to a Caucasian's room to take something? Oh, I don't know. I'm sure he would have. Yeah, I'm sure money is money. I don't think they care. Sick, sadistic, satanic woman. She's a sick, sadistic, satanic woman. From your statements, ma'am, and Inez, we only getting this from what you saying. Satanic, okay? We're only responding to your video. So please don't be mad at me and don't be mad at this community and say we made all this up. No, we're responding to you, lady. That's how she'll end up being a shit starter. Yeah, she will. That's exactly how she's going to end up. Hey, Mr. Jordan, enough. Yep. My prayers are with her. Yeah, she need them. She need all the prayers she can get. Sick, sadistic, satanic, and diabolical. Yep. Exactly. We have such a bad reputation on the continent. I am embarrassed. I know we do. I'm embarrassed too. That's why I do these shows, to try to clean up our reputation. Oh dear, she's enjoying the child being abused. Yes, she is. Yes, she was. And she was hoping it was the other child being abused. Yes. So, there you guys have it. You wanted to know what was going on with Miss Inez? I just showed you. She's still starting SHIT, but now it's getting worse because she's actually celebrating now. She's actually wishing sick, sadistic things on people. Yes, she's been robbed now. She's starting something with the neighbors and she's suing more people. This lady is a good example of what you should never, ever do in Ghana. Never. And the surprising truth about her life in Ghana is that she messed it all up. She messed it all up. And then she wants to blame everybody else when she is the biggest mess over there. Her and all them other grannies. But she ain't, thank God she ain't a granny. Thank God she ain't a granny. But her and them poor attitude chicks like her, them bad attitude chicks like her, and them passport grannies, they done made Ghana a place not to go to. So, that's all I have about Inez Finley. She's still doing the same thing, taking people to court, suing people, and keeping mess started. All right, y'all. That's all I have for everyone. I'll see you next week. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about. If you have a topic you'd like for me to talk about, or if you want to update on somebody that we talked about, another update, please just, y'all know what I think I want to talk about? The roads out at Black Acres of the Gambia. Because I told y'all, some lady paid for those roads. She paid Black Acres of the Gambia money to pave those roads, but they pocketed the money, y'all. And instead of getting the stuff they needed to pave the roads with, they bought that red dirt. So if you guys don't come up with another topic, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk how Black Acres ripped one of their subscribers off, they were supposed to use the money to fix the roads, but they kept the money instead. I told y'all that's what they do. All right, y'all. I love y'all so very much. Thank you for coming out and spending time with me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying on here 2 hours. Thanks, Kiki, for your education and entertainment. Much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for everything. All right. I will see you guys next week. Wait a minute. I left a comment about the time stamp. Okay, I don't know what that means, but okay. All right. Good night, everybody. And again, I love you so very, very much. Thank you for spending 2 hours and 12 minutes with me, and I will see you guys next week. All right, peace and hair grease. Have a great week. Bye-bye.